Hello and happy March. Hello, good morning. I hope you're all having such a lovely week so far. I am getting out the house very soon. Today I'm spending most of my day doing jobs. I've got a laser hair appointment in about an hour, and then I've got my second round of getting my hair dyed because I had my first ever hair dye, whenever that was, like pre-Christmas, kind of November time. I actually can't remember exactly when it was. I'm going back for my second appointment because the greys are back and so they need a second tackle. So I'm hoping it's as good as the first time because I really loved the first time I had it done. It still felt like supernatural. So I'm excited to like go again, try again. Don't know whether to like do anything a bit different or just like keep it quite same. So we're gonna basically spend the day together treating ourselves. I mean, it kind of feels like jobs, it kind of feels like chores, but they're quite luxury nice chores, aren't they? So I'm getting my Kindle all charged up so I can read my book in the hairdressers, which will be so nice because that is the one thing that's definitely a big shift for me. Is I used to just go and get my hair like wash, cut and blow dried and the whole thing would be an hour. And now like 3 hours later, I'm like, I can't believe I'm still here. But at least I will get to just like sit and read my book. The first time I went, I like didn't really know what to expect. So I couldn't really like just like sink into it and enjoy it, but that's what we're doing this time. Also, I'm really not a fashion like vlogger whatsoever, but I love what I am wearing today. It's so spring, if we're allowed to say that yet, probably not, but it feels so spring. We're itching ever closer. This Zara cardigan has been like one of my faves for a couple of years now, and I just wish I could find an alternative so I don't just like only have to wear this one, but I'm obsessed with it and it's finally coming out, my little spring flowers. And then hopefully you can see okay, but I treated myself to these Cezanne, I think it's called Le Crop, and this is the ecru. It's kind of like corduroy almost, but they're so nice. Let me just see if I can show you properly. Hopefully you can see the whole thing if I'm like up on my tiptoes, but they're just so nice. And I've got my Amazon belt, which I'm also still loving. And any minute now, I'm gonna put on my new Adidas Sambas, which I think this color is so nice. I think I saw, who was it? I've seen a couple of people with these ones. I think I saw Kate Hutchins share these, and we all know she's like a bit of a fashion queen. But yeah, they're kind of like an off-whitey, ivory, creamy color, which to be honest, match perfectly with my trousers and perfectly with my cardigan. So I'm definitely gonna put those on. And then I also wanted to show you, I was extremely kindly gifted this lip oil set from Clarins, and it is absolutely stunning. There's 3 colors in here, like a pink, an orange and a red. I am currently wearing the pink. In another vlog, I'll have to show you like all the different colors because I haven't even tried them yet. I just tried the pink one on this morning. First of all, it smells insane. It smells like, you know, there's like vintage, I suppose you'd call them vintage, but like the lip glosses that we used to grow up with where you'd like just lick them because they tasted so good. And I don't know how well you can see on the camera, but it's like really subtle, but just like the prettiest shade of pink ever. It's so soft, like this brush thing is so soft. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed. I am 1000% repurchasing these. I might actually buy some of these as gifts if I can for friends, because that's such a good like little birthday present. And the little set they come in, oh, love, like really love. Anyway, I need to hurry up and get out of the house. I need to work out whether my most sensible plan is to bus or drive. I'm not a massive fan of the bus, I have to say, but sometimes it's got to be done. And the train where we live is just really bad. So I need to get a bus. I need to get a bus to my laser appointment, and then my hair appointment's in Richmond. So I then would need to get on a train for half an hour to Richmond. The question is, do I just drive that whole thing? It will 100% be easier. But then I'm going out for dinner with my parents tonight in Richmond, and if I have the car, I can't drink. Not that I'm that bothered about drinking anyway tonight. I don't know whether to get the bus. I'm gonna look it up, see how easy it is. If I can get the bus, I will, just because I'm still in my book hole right now, I can read my book on the bus and I can read my book on the train. And if I'm driving my car, I cannot read my book. But it is so much easier just to jump in the car, right? Let's see whether we should get the bus. It's so much longer by bus. Okay, I think that's decision made. I can't. It's an extra 35 minutes if I get the bus than if I drive. That seems like it's too much, isn't it? It's too much, right, we're gonna drive. We're gonna drive, everyone. We're gonna sacrifice not being able to have a glass of wine, not being able to read my book, which is a bummer, but 35 minutes just feels like way too much precious time. Okay, let's get my shoes on, and then my jacket. I feel like I've definitely shown you this coat in another vlog. I can't remember. It is quite new. I got this jacket from the Couples and I just love it so much. Well, the black doesn't necessarily go with my spring vibe, but it's also not spring, so I feel like I can wear the black. And then I'm gonna wear my bigger mango bag today because my Kindle needs to fit in it, won't shut up about reading my Kindle. And then in here I've also got, okay, what have I got? I've got a hairbrush. I don't need the hair clip today because my hair's getting done. I do need my wallet. Okay, right, let me do my last few minutes of faffing and let's get out the door.
I would be up waiting for you if you had to leave. I would wait a lifetime if you were at sea. I just wanna say that I feel that our love is real. Maybe we should hurry up and seal the deal.
Okay, we are officially done with laser. The girl I had today was like lightning. She was so insanely quick. She was just like in and out so fast. But no matter how hard I tried, I actually really did try and protect my neck when I was taking my top on and off because I have my underarms done. I've literally, don't know if you can see how bad it is, but I've stained all around my t-shirt so badly that I went and bought a t-shirt from H&M because I was like, I'm gonna have to change. I can't, I've got a full day of people seeing me and then I'm going out for dinner with my parents tonight and I was like, I can't have a makeup. I can't have a t-shirt that is that badly covered in makeup. So there was an H&M right opposite, so I've dived in there to buy a t-shirt, but I also, that waistcoat, what do you guys think? I inserted a few clips. I really like it. I think it's really, really nice. But they didn't have my size. That was an 8 and it was too small, and I tried on the 12 and it was too big. So I'm a 10, I'm a true 10. Sometimes I'm a 12 in stuff, but yeah, the 8, there was no hope, and the 12 was too big. So I'm gonna see if I can find it online because it was so nice. Well, it felt really nice on. You'll have to let me know if you thought it looked nice, and I'll see if I can hunt it down online. Anyway, time to drive over to Richmond to get my hair done. I also need to try and find some lunch on the way so I eat before then because, like I said earlier, last time I was shook at how long getting your hair dyed takes, and I will be starving if I don't get any lunch beforehand. So let's see if we can find a Pret or a Gales or an Ollenstein or something and then go get our hair done. So nice.
Standing underneath the lights, into each other's eyes. Tired snowflakes are coming down, collapse into water when they hit the ground. I hear the sound of empty streets. Yesterday has gone to sleep, so all that's left is you and me. I can't promise you're the only thing I see. Hold my hand and hear the words I say. Close your eyes and let us fade away. Build a secret place for you and me, and let our minds be caught up in a dream. Quiet voices in the night, and time is running out of sight. A lonely wind is passing by, tries to carry all the whispers that it finds. The walls are listening when we talk, making echoes as we walk. There's no one left but you and me. It's like a made-up place that only we can see. Hold my hand and hear the words I say. Close your eyes and let us fade away. Build a secret place for you and me. Let our minds be caught up in a dream.
Hi, buddy.
Hello guys, and happy March. First of all, what do we think of the hair? It's actually the following weekend. So it's been through like a full wash, maybe even 2 washes. Gosh, I wash my hair way too frequently. But it's the next weekend, it's been through a wash, and I love it. I do think that it hasn't changed that much. But yeah, what do you think? I mean, to be honest, I still feel like it's very natural. We did actually say that we were gonna try and lighten it a little bit more, just as we enter like sunnier, brighter weather. I don't know if we really did necessarily, but yeah, it's just so natural. I just love it, love it, love it, love it. The grey's gone for another few months. But anyway, I wanted to spend a bit of chill time today catching up with you all and reflecting on February and setting intentions for a new month and a new season, I guess, in my world. I know it's not officially spring, but to me the 1st of March is as good a time to celebrate the start of a new season as any other time. When spring actually starts just feels way too late in my book. And also, as you can probably tell, today the weather is glorious. Well, it wasn't glorious this morning. This morning it was torrential rain, but it is now wonderfully sunny. So we're officially going to start looking forward to spring. But before we can look forward, we need to look back. So I have spent some time this morning doing a bit of journaling because I feel like I needed to get my thoughts about February officially down on paper, like pen and paper, old school ways, because it's been a weird month for me, a really weird month for me. And not necessarily in a bad way, just in like a genuinely confusing way. The long and short of it is this month I haven't done a lot. I have not met most of my goals. In fact, I'm pretty sure all of my goals. I can talk you through them now, but I have completely failed to meet my subscriber growth for this month, my target. I have not met any of my financial savings targets this month. I have not met any of my fitness goals for this month. And it's weird because the first line of thought that I have been going down this month is like, wow, you've had like such a lazy month. I do feel like February was very lazy for me. I felt like there was a lot of time that I could have been using more efficiently. I feel like there was a lot of downtime that I was having that was just not because I needed true rest, because it was like consecutive days in a row where I wasn't really doing a lot. And then part of me feels guilty because so many of you say things like, which is still very surreal to me, but that I inspire you to be more productive, or I've had a positive impact in the way that you like set and achieve your goals. And that is the nicest thing ever. Like, I could never have hoped to have such a nice impact on anyone, but I feel like a bit of a fraud. Like this month, I feel like a bit of a fraud because I haven't been hitting goals and I haven't been being productive. And I don't know, maybe I actually needed to think through this a little bit more before I just started aimlessly rambling. But yeah, it's been a weird, like guilt-ridden, lazy month this month, where, you know, I haven't been putting out as many videos as I had in January and December and November. I feel like last year was so intense, but part of my head goes down that track of like feeling a bit guilty, wanting to do better, wanting to do more, wanting to push myself, wanting to step up, level up, all of that kind of mentality. And then part of me thinks, and like this is genuinely a question for all of you as well, is why is it so hard to have guilt-free rest? Basically what I've done is taken a month off of just like taking my foot off the gas a bit, and I've been doing my normal 9-to-5 job, going into the office, showing up every day, and I've been doing 1 video a week, and I've just been taking it easy. Like outside of that time, I've just been reading books and watching TV and making nice food and just relaxing. Why is that so problematic? I don't know, but something about it just feels uncomfortable. I find it I didn't think I was somebody that found it hard to have guilt-free rest, but maybe it's because one of the things that I talk about so much on this channel is when I rest, or when I factor in like self-care time, it's really intentional. And I think living intentionally in everything you do is such a insanely powerful, probably the most powerful way to really love your life, because it makes you feel in control. It makes you feel like you're the one calling the shots on everything. And maybe what I really feel like is that in February, I haven't been living so intentionally. I've kind of been letting scrolling take over, or I've been letting just like binge watching episodes of TV as they kind of pass by take over. I've been doing things like reading my book till late in the night, so it ruins my morning routine the next day. So then the rest of the day I'm tired, and then as soon as I get a chance to pick up my book again, I just do that, even though I know it's not the right thing for me. Hopefully you can really tell this is like a live reflection that I'm doing with you, where I'm literally just spilling out what's in my mind for how I think the last month has gone. And I guess really all I'm saying is that if you've also had a bit of a weird February and maybe January too, I don't know, but a weird first couple of months of the year where you don't really feel like you've got into the flow of smashing it yet, then me too. And I know I half talked about that in my video that talked about let's simplify our goals to make them more achievable, and that's definitely something that has helped, but it didn't necessarily solve the problem, I think. I mean, Cameron said, which he's probably right, he was like, you just needed to have, sometimes you just need a longer period to rest and actually just take the pressure off a little bit, because we do know that when the sun comes out, when the world comes alive again, when nature tells us that it's time to come alive again, we will be going for it and everything will get busy and energetic and we'll be able to throw ourselves headfirst into all the things we want to do. So I probably just need to have a little bit more patience and wait for that and go a bit easier on myself. But yeah, if you have been feeling the same, then me too. So there's not loads of like actual reflecting on my goals that I can do. So there's two ways I could look at this now. Do I either like go into granular detail on each of the goals and like examine why I failed them so spectacularly, or do I just kind of let the month go? It's probably a little bit of both. I already, to be honest, largely know the answers. I wasn't able to make financial savings because I had expenses hitting that I wasn't expecting. Random things like I had to pay legal fees for selling the old flat and just other big bulky expenses that I didn't factor into my planning. So to be honest, I probably never could have saved anything in February, and I didn't really spend much in February, which is good, apart from on bills. But I just feel like the bills I had to pay in February for some reason were just insane. I don't know why they were so bad. My subscription growth hasn't expanded much because I haven't been posting as many videos. Pretty black and white, but I do feel like every single week the sense of community that we've got here just gets stronger and stronger, and that makes me happier than any subscription growth. It just like literally, it fills me with the warmest, fuzziest feeling to chat to you guys in the comments and in DMs and just build this group of friends. It's just the coolest thing ever. And the fitness one, I just didn't get off my arse, to be honest. I failed my fitness one because I'm a lazy bugger, but next month we're gonna fix it. Because today is the 1st of March for me, which is so exciting. And I did this morning go for a run, which is tick. Well done, Ellen. I went for a run this morning, which felt so good. I also wanted to say that what I'm going to try and do either every single month or frequently is to do a bit of a wrap up of each month and like what some of my favorite like products were for that month. So I want to do a bit of a February favorites list. So I hope you're ready for the most eclectic list of things that I just really love in February. Okay, the first one is my new lamp. I showed you my new lamp. If you haven't seen the vlog that shows you the new lamp, go back a couple of vlogs. Which one was it? Oh, I showed you in my 9 to 5 working from home video. Go see the little lamp. It's the cutest thing ever. I'll put a picture on screen here. M&S. The joy I feel every time I look at that lamp. Who would have thought a lamp could bring somebody so much joy? If you also want to get one of them, I highly recommend. They're the cutest size. The quality feels so good, and it comes in a number of colours. So you could get a different colour or you get exactly the same one and we could match. Up to you. Highly recommend the lamp. Other favourites, my new Adidas Sambas. Showed you in this vlog already, but I love them. I think they're the nicest colourway and obsessed. So my Sambas, my first pair of Adidas Sambas, loved them. The next thing that I have loved is I finally bought myself some hair rollers. I got mine from Amazon. I'll link the exact ones I got below because they're quite big ones. I wanted ones that were going to give me like just like a bouncy blowout vibe as opposed to actual curls. And I used them when I did my hair for now, and they are just fantastic. Now what I'm doing, which is a long process, I do know that, but I do the Dyson Airwrap, wrap up the curl in a roller, pin it, and then leave it for like an hour. And I just feel like basically until I next wash my hair, I've got so much more volume than I ever normally have, and just like a bouncy blow dry vibe, as if I've just been to the hairdressers but every day until I need to next wash my hair. So I'm loving the hair roller thing, and I'll link the ones exactly that I got from Amazon in the description. Continuing on the like beauty theme, the other product that I have just been loving in February is Skin & Me. I am working with Skin & Me. So if you saw my Simplify Your Life vlog, then in that one, I talk about Skin & Me. So you can go and look at that in more detail if you want to hear more about it. But I've just loved using it. I feel like it's genuinely making a difference to my skin. Everything just feels like it's getting smoother, feels like my pores are shrinking. I'm struggling much less with my dry skin. I just think it's having a really positive impact. So I think my code should actually still work. So if you do want to try Skin & Me, then I'll put my code and like what you get, the money you get off in the description box for this as well, because might as well try it instead if it's still active. I think it should be. It's also just making my skincare life just so much cheaper because it's all in one product that I get delivered every month, and like it's the exact right amount. So I just feel like it's making my life cheaper as well, which we love cost-effective things. And then my final thing for my February favorites has to be a book. So this is kind of me partly now talking about March, but I have decided for the rest of the year I want to try and read 50 books this year. I'm starting a little bit late in the year, but the rate at which I just burned through the last 5 that I just read, I feel like 50 should be achievable for me, but I'm entering my book reading era because I've had a few years of genuinely reading about 3 books a year, which is not enough for somebody that genuinely loves reading. So every month from here on out, I'm going to tell you what is my favourite book of the month. Now, I didn't start reading until about halfway through February, but I basically read every single one of the ACOTAR books in a week, just over a week, which my eyes were sore by the end of it. But I read all 5, very hard to pick a favourite, but it's either A Court of Mist and Fury, which when I read it, first of all, like that book, oh my God, that is what like awakened my love for books again. Some of that book made me want to scream to my teenage self of like, this is what love is supposed to be like supportive and uncontrolling and about choice. And anyway, loved that one. Also loved though Silver Flames, which I know that one is a little bit more controversial. I feel like when I looked at TikTok, some people liked that one, some people didn't. I genuinely loved that book. I thought that was also fantastic. Very excited for book 6, whenever she's ready to give it to us. But I read that and I'm now moving on to Throne of Glass. To all of you that have been talking to me about these books in my DMs on Instagram, I am loving it. I feel like I've fully found my people. And I know literally like 2 days ago, I said I was going to take a week off and then start Throne of Glass. Well, I haven't. I've already started it. I'm terrible. I'm unreliable. What can I say? I've dived straight into it. We will see, but I also do have other books on my list for what to read in March, which I'm very excited about. So I am going to try and read a few of the Throne of Glass books. Then I might take a break, mixed up with some others, because I've got some on my list that I'm really excited to read that live kind of outside the mass universe. But yeah, every month I'm going to tell you my favourite book. This month I'm already failing at just picking one. It's probably A Court of Mist and Fury, actually, if I'm really honest with myself, but Silver Flames was also pretty close to a 10 out of 10 for me. Okay, now let's talk about goals for March. To be honest, most of my goals for March are get back on track. I'm going to keep my savings goals that I had for February for March, and it is time to hit them because I basically missed an entire month's worth of savings, which is not good timing because my employment with my 9-to-5 job is running out in a few months and we've got to be saving. We've got to be saving because I don't want to live under that stress of not having enough money in the bank. I'm not willing to let myself get into that situation. So we want a good cushion of savings so that we feel comfortable and can enjoy stepping away from the 9-to-5 for however long until I go back to it. Fitness wise, we are cranking it up. I know I said in my simplifying one that I was just gonna reduce things down to once a week. Today's feeling good. March is feeling good. I know I'm only 1 day in, not even 1 day in because it's only halfway through the day, but March, it's spring, the sun's gonna come out, it's already getting warmer. 3 times a week running, that is the goal. 3 runs a week. It only has to be 20 minutes, but just get out of the house, move my body, run. That's the goal. YouTube goals, I'm actually not gonna set a measurable one for March, which I would always argue that goals should absolutely be measurable, otherwise there's not really any point in setting one. For March, I think my goal is just going to be continue to build and really invest in the community and just enjoy chatting to you all and building the relationships that we've got with each other and just genuinely enjoying this corner of the internet and not worry about putting out more videos, not worry about subscriber growth, not worry about the money that I'm making from it this month, because the truth is I don't think I am going to have the capacity to really push ahead, and I'm just going to be patient with myself, wait till I finish my 9-to-5 and then I'm going to be able to ramp things up. I'm going to be able to hang out so much more often. I'm going to be doing multiple videos a week and I'm very excited for that time, and I just need to go easy on myself that it's just not feasible right now, and just enjoy what we've got and yeah, just have a good time, take the pressure off, enjoy it. My other ambitions for March is to start baking more. In the next vlog, I think it'll be in the next vlog, I'm gonna bake these cookies that I saw, which they're Easter themed cookies, and we're not at Easter yet, although it is insanely early this year, but I saw them, they're Nigella cookies in the shape of an egg, and they came on the front of the Ocado magazine that they came with our food delivery this week, but they look so good. So we're gonna bake some cookies in the next vlog together that look like the most cute Easter themed cookies. But other than that, I wanna start making lists of some of the things that I wanna bake this month in March. And then it's gardening month, guys. It's time to get out of the house, it's time to garden. First of all, I wanna say, I know so many of you were worried that I'd completely killed all of those plants because I cut them back way too early. Actually, it has been very mild, and I did try and Google it before I did it. I knew I was probably jumping the gun a tiny bit. I just got a bit trigger happy I had the idea that I wanted to get out in the garden, so I just did it. But actually they're thriving. They're doing really well. The greens are all coming through. It's the most satisfying feeling ever, growing a plant. Who would have thought? Well, I'm sure some of you enjoy gardening very much, so you already knew that, but it's seriously satisfying. So I can literally see them like sprouting all the bits where I deadheaded them. It's really cool. Anyway, so I'm definitely going to do a lot more gardening in March. I want to get myself the garden centre. There's a lot of garden decorating that Cameron and I want to do in March and start setting up our outside space to really enjoy when the warmer months come, so that we can straight away just enjoy having the garden, which is a huge reason why we bought the house in the first place. And then the very last thing that I am doing for March is setting 2 words. It seems to be relatively inconsistent about which months or which years I really set like a word for, but it's basically a word that I want to embody for that period of time. So I'm setting 2 for March, and the words that I want to embody this month are patience. Patience in truly believing that everything is all happening as it should, on the timeline that it should, and just really reminding myself that I don't have to rush anywhere. Life doesn't need to be a rush. There's no end goal. It's the whole point is the journey, and just have a little bit more patience. Take a deep breath. If I have slow days, I have slow days. If I have more productive days, then excellent. So I kind of want to have some kind of meditative patience, an air of that this month, of just lean into it, chill, enjoy, relax. Everything is happening exactly as it should. And the second word that I really want to embody is optimism. I think that the start of spring is such an exciting time, and you have that feeling that just bubbles in you of like hope and excitement and optimism for the sunny weather and all the experiences and memories that we know are coming so soon that we associate with being outside in the sunshine. So I really want to carry that feeling of optimism with me through the entire month, because definitely for those of us in the UK, March, we start to get little glimmers of spring and glimmers of sunshine, but we know the rain is still here, and we know the clouds are still here, and we know the grey is still here. So during those moments, holding on to that sense of optimism, I think it's going to do wonders for me. So those are my 2 words for March: patience and optimism. With that, after rambling at you for so long, I feel like the only thing I have left to say is, if you haven't started buying your mini eggs for the season, now is the time. Don't forget that Easter this year is so ridiculously early. Is it literally like in March? I think Easter is literally like Good Friday is in March. So you can start eating your mini eggs now. I'm telling you, you can do it. So I'm now going to sit here. I'm going to get all of these goals that I've written into my notebook as part of like a longer journaling session I did this morning into my Notion planner, which I'm still working out. A few of you asked me to try and document my Notion journey, which right now I feel so bizarre, like disorganized with it. I don't even know how to document it, but I absolutely will start to share with you some of my processes that I'm going to start using in Notion to optimize my life. I'm going to get my goals and my intentions and my new words for the month out of my notebook into my Notion planner, and probably make myself another cup of tea, because gosh, I rambled so much I fully let this one get cold. Yeah, cold tea is truly disgusting. But anyway, I'm going to eat these mini eggs. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you had a lovely February. I hope you're looking forward to March as much as I am, and I truly cannot wait to see you in the next one.